Hi, this is Tasha, the Crafty Crowd. I'm going to show you how to make a peanut butter icing. It's really, really good on a chocolate cupcake or a chocolate cake. So what you're going to need, I'm going to make a half a batch. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a stick and a half of butter, softened, not melted, softened. So my butter is going to need just a minute more in the microwave. So you want to just get this soft but not melted. So I'm going to put it back in the microwave. You don't want to put your butter on a high temperature in the microwave because it will just over melt or cook or whatever. So just kind of do it like on I do mine on 2 power or 3 power. And I'm just going to use a handheld mixer today. I don't really feel like getting out my big stand mixer. So we're going to wait for the butter to melt. And what you're going to do, again, I'm making a half a batch, and a half a batch is plenty to cover 24 cupcakes. And that's what I have. So we're going to use a stick and a half of butter, unsalted, softened. Okay, I think that's good. Now I just want to just like to wipe out one. Okay. All right, so I have so a stick and a half of my butter. Now you're going to have a half a cup of creamy peanut butter. I use Jif's all natural peanut butter, and it's actually really good. Okay, so let me just make sure. Okay, so I'm going to do the peanut butter and the butter together first. It does say use your stand mixer. I haven't used this mixer before. But again, I don't feel like getting my stand mixer out. And I actually have my bowl for my stand mixer in the refrigerator with some cookie dough. So I don't have a bowl to use. Okay. So we want to cream this together on medium speed. Just want to make sure it's well incorporated with each other. So the other ingredients that you're going to need for your half a batch is a pound of powdered sugar, confectionery sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 to 1.5 teaspoons, tablespoons of milk. But you're going to kind of see what consistency you want, and it is a tablespoon of vanilla extract. So we're going to combine this. And it actually makes the peanut butter just kind of look like a lighter color with the butter incorporated. So I've got that well incorporated. Let me show you the kind of consistency. So you can see it's kind of just a creamy caramel color. Okay, so now we are going to alright, so we're going to add our powdered sugar. It does not call for your powdered sugar to be sifted, but I always like to do it because it just makes your icing a little smoother. So I already have this measured out for 1 pound, which is about 4 cups. kind of thick as you mix it, but that's okay because when you put the milk in, it's gonna make it creamy again. So I'm gonna do a little bit at a time. As you can see, it's kind of powdery. Get that incorporated in there well. You just want to kind of take it easy when you're adding the powder and when you start to mix it, because it will go everywhere if you don't keep an eye on it. So I'm going to add the rest of my powdered sugar in, and then we're going to, once this is incorporated, we're going to add in our vanilla extract, and then we're going to add in our milk as needed. So at least 1 tablespoon. We might need 1.5. It just really depends on the consistency you want. You might have to add more if you want to like spread it on a cake, but I'm going to pipe this on the cupcakes. And another thing you can do is you can get mini Reese cups, and you can garnish it with the mini Reese cups. It's going to look really, really dry about this time. Showing you. I'll move the camera angle. Okay. All right, so this is kind of what it looks like. It's kind of clumpy, but that's okay. Don't freak out. Alright, so I'm going to add my vanilla extract in first. Of course, that's going to add moisture. Might be wearing half of this by the time I'm done, but alright, so you can tell it's getting a little thicker now. So now you're going to add in your milk. So I'm going to start, I know I kind of want mine a little thinner, so I'm going to go ahead and put 1 and about 1/2 of milk in here. And again, you want to be careful because it will splatter everywhere. Alright. And then you'll see it'll start getting a nice creamy, like buttercream consistency. It's basically a buttercream recipe, but instead of shortening, it's peanut butter. So I'm going to add in a little more milk, just a splash more, because I wanted a little, I wanted a little creamier. here is your icing. It is done. Show you the consistency. So, so as you can see, it's just like a buttercream consistency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I got everything off of the edges, and then I'm going to pipe it onto my chocolate cupcakes. It goes really, really well with chocolate cupcakes. This is actually for, I asked my stepson what his girlfriend wanted for her birthday, what kind of cake. And he said the chocolate cupcakes with this peanut butter icing. This is his favorite icing. So it is really good. If you like Reese cups, you'll love this. Who doesn't like Reese's? Okay. So, and another thing you can do is in your cake batter, in your cupcake, you can actually put a Reese cup in there before you bake it. Just freeze your Reese cup first, and then put it in the center of the cupcakes, and it'll actually be really good too. I think that's just a little too much. I don't need all that sweetness. This is plenty sweet and rich with the chocolate, so it's not too heavy. It's just right. Okay. So there we go. And now I'm going to also show you a trick on how to put your icing in a piping bag. So what you're going to do is, I know some companies sell a stand to hold your piping bag so that you can fill it with icing, but you really don't need to do that. What you do is you get a cup, just a tall drinking cup. I'll show you in a sec. Okay. So you're going to get a cup like this. I know I'm kind of cut off, but you're going to get a cup like that. I'm going to get my piping bag. I want a big one. Okay, and for this icing, what I actually do is, let me turn this piping bag around. Okay. So what I do for this icing is I actually just use the coupler, I think it's called, the one that doesn't have an indentation in it, and it actually makes a nice big hole, which will make the icing look really good, really pretty. I'll show you what it looks like at the very end. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to put this in here. I'm just putting this on here so it holds it in place. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your cup, you're going to put your pastry bag over it like this, and then you're going to spoon in your icing. And it makes it a lot easier. You don't need two hands. You know, sometimes it's hard to fill your piping bag and you know, put the icing in it. So sometimes it's just really difficult. So this is actually a very easy little technique. It doesn't cost you anything because I'm sure you already have a cup at home. Okay, so there we go. Oops. Okay. So I'll get a cupcake and I'll show you how to pipe a cupcake. So I have my cupcakes here. I think you can, okay. So what you're going to do, okay, so I have my piping bag filled. I'm going to take off this end, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to go around like that. This is actually quite a bit of icing, but if you don't want that much icing, you can always take it off. And then what you do is you take a miniature Reese cup, the ones that are already or they're unwrapped, they're not wrapped. You take those and you just stick it on your cupcake, and that's how you garnish it. And it looks good and tastes good, and everybody likes it. All right. Okay. So, our Reese cups. So there are these mini unwrapped Reese cups. And so what I do is I just take it and I just plop it in the middle. You can put it on the side, you can, you know, however you want to do it. But I'm just going to top it off on the top like that. And this container actually is a really great cupcake container. It holds like 36 cupcakes. Got it from Costco. I think you can get it online. All right, so there we go. So there is my first tray of cupcakes. Peanut butter icing with chocolate cupcakes. And then I will make the rest of them. And depending on your peanut butter, you might have to refrigerate them. You just want to take it out a little beforehand, before you serve them, because the peanut butter does get kind of hard with the icing, with the powdered sugar and everything. But just take it out a couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes before you want to serve it, and it should be perfect. Hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching.